They laughed at her. A young woman in greasy overalls, hands stained with oil, standing in a world where men thought she didn't belong. She was a mechanic, and she was black. To many, that meant she had already lost, but they didn't know who they were mocking. Until one rich man made a bet that changed everything. Her name was Aaliyah. At just 26, she had spent more hours in a garage than most men twice her age. She grew up in her father's workshop, learning the sound of every engine, the touch of every tool. While other kids played outside, Aaliyah was holding wrenches and wiping grease from her hands. Her father used to tell her, "Engines don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you understand them, they'll roar for you." But after her father passed away, the world wasn't so kind. Customers walked into her small shop, saw her, and immediately shook their heads. Some refused to let her even touch their cars. Others mocked her openly. A girl fixing cars. Impossible. Every insult cut deep, but she swallowed her pride and kept working, because she knew one day she'd prove them all wrong. That day came when a black luxury sports car roared into the shop. The kind of car worth more than the shop itself. Out stepped a tall man in a shining suit. Mr. Donovan, a wealthy businessman known for his arrogance. He looked around, then stopped, eyes narrowing at Aaliyah. "Where's the real mechanic?" he sneered. Aaliyah wiped her hands and replied calmly, "You're looking at her." His driver chuckled. Donovan smirked. "This is a serious car, not some toy. If you, a girl, can fix what my top mechanics couldn't, I'll pay you $100,000. But if you fail, you'll prove what I already know. Women don't belong in this business." Gasps filled the shop. Customers pulled out their phones, recording. The challenge was set. Aaliyah didn't flinch. She grabbed her tools and opened the hood. What she saw would have scared most mechanics. The engine was a nightmare. Wires tangled, components burnt out. Even Donovan's team of experts had failed. But Aaliyah wasn't like most. She tied her hair back, took a deep breath, and began. Hours passed. Sweat dripped down her forehead, her hands moving with precision. Donovan's taunts echoed. "Had enough yet? Want me to call a real mechanic?" But she didn't answer. She remembered her father's voice guiding her. Engines talk. Listen to them. At one point, she found the problem. A rare wiring fault buried deep in the engine, something even professionals had overlooked. Her heart pounded. This was her chance. Her hands trembled as she tightened the last bolt. She whispered, "This is for you, Dad." Silence filled the shop. The crowd leaned in, phones ready. Aaliyah climbed into the driver's seat, turned the key, and for a moment, nothing happened. Donovan smirked, shaking his head. The crowd laughed softly. Then, roar! The engine thundered to life, louder and smoother than ever before. The crowd gasped. Cheers erupted. Phones captured every second. Donovan's jaw dropped. His driver's eyes widened in disbelief. Aaliyah stepped out of the car, calm and proud. Donovan reached into his pocket, pulled out his checkbook, and slowly wrote out $100,000. His voice cracked as he handed it over. I owe you this. You've done what my entire team couldn't." Aaliyah looked at the check, then looked straight into his eyes. It was never about the money. It was about respect. The crowd applauded, some with tears in their eyes. Videos of the moment spread online within hours. Overnight, Aaliyah's story went viral, not just as a mechanic, but as a woman who silenced every voice that told her she couldn't. In a world that doubted her, Aaliyah proved that greatness has no gender, no color. She didn't just fix an engine. She fixed something far greater. She fixed the way people saw her. And from that day on, whenever an engine roared, the world remembered the young woman who made it happen.